Have you ever heard of this? A single tooth that holds the key to an entire nation's identity. Today, we're going to head to the beautiful city of Kandy in Sri Lanka, home to the magnificent Temple of the Tooth. Now, this isn't just some stunning place of worship. It's a UNESCO World Heritage Site with a story you really won't believe. Okay, so let's get this straight. This entire, sprawling, absolutely gorgeous temple complex, all of it, is dedicated to protecting just one thing: a single canine tooth said to belong to the Buddha himself. It's kind of mind-blowing, right? That so much history, so much devotion could all revolve around one small object.
So that really is the big question here, isn't it? How on earth did this one object get that powerful? And we're not just talking about a religious symbol. For centuries, this tooth was literally the ultimate stamp of approval, the very thing that gave a ruler the divine right to govern. To figure that out, we've got to rewind and look at its pretty incredible journey.
Right, so the story of how the tooth even got to Sri Lanka, well, it's an epic all on its own. We're talking a journey across centuries and continents, full of danger, devotion, and a plan from a princess that is just wow. Okay, so check this out. It all kicks off way back, around 483 BCE. Legend says the tooth was rescued right from the Buddha's funeral pyre. For the next 800 years, it was kept as a royal treasure over in India. But the real drama happens in the 4th century. A war is brewing, and a princess named Hemamala does something absolutely brilliant. To get this priceless relic to safety in Sri Lanka, she hides it, get this, in her hair. Can you even imagine? But this is where the story gets really interesting. Once that tooth landed in Sri Lanka, it wasn't just some holy relic to be worshipped anymore. Oh no, it became the ultimate symbol of political power. And this, right here, is the absolute key. A belief started to grow, and it was a powerful one. Whoever had the tooth relic had the divine right to rule the land, period. It was that simple. If you had the tooth, you had the throne. It was the ultimate seal of approval from the heavens. And get this belief didn't just stay an idea, it literally shaped the kingdom. For centuries, no matter where the capital of Sri Lanka moved, the Temple of the Tooth was always built right next door to the royal palace. The king moves, the tooth moves. They were completely inseparable. It was this constant physical reminder that here, religious authority and political power were the exact same thing.
And you know, this isn't just some dusty old relic locked away in a vault somewhere. Its power is very much alive today. And you can see it, literally see it, burst onto the streets every single year in this massive, vibrant, spectacular festival that just takes over the whole city of Kandy. It's called the Kandy Esala Perahera, or, the Festival of the Tooth. And this huge annual procession, it's actually a mix of two ancient traditions. You've got the ceremony to honor the tooth relic itself, but that's fused with an even older ritual to ask the gods for rain. It's this perfect blend of Buddhist and local folk traditions coming together. And when you look at an old image like this, you can just feel the history, right? The sheer scale of it all. The modern festival we see today, yeah, it has its roots in the Kandyan kingdom, but the actual tradition of parading this tooth, that goes back over 1,500 years. It's like watching a river of tradition just flowing right through the streets of today. And the festival itself, wow. The sights and sounds are just off the charts. It all kicks off with whip crackers clearing the path, and then you've got fireball acrobats. Then there are hundreds of traditional Kandyan dancers and drummers, these amazing Kavadi dancers doing a peacock dance. And then the centerpiece of the whole thing, the Maligawa tusker, this majestic elephant carrying a replica of the sacred casket for everyone to see. But here's the thing, when an object is that powerful, when it represents the very heart of a nation, it can also become a target. And in 1998, right at the height of Sri Lanka's civil war, the temple's incredible symbolic power put it right in the crosshairs. And the timing, it was absolutely deliberate. It was January 25th, 1998. We're talking just days before Kandy was supposed to host the entire nation's 50th Independence Day celebrations. Dignitaries like Prince Charles are scheduled to be there. And then the unthinkable happened. Militants from the LTTE drove a truck right into the temple grounds. And this truck wasn't just any truck. It was packed with somewhere between 300 and 400 kilograms of high explosives. They detonated it. The blast was just immense. Tragically, 17 people were killed and more than 25 were injured. And we have to be clear, this was not a random act of violence.
It was a cold, calculated strike. It was designed to hit the state at its most symbolic moment, a direct attack on the very thing that had given rulers legitimacy for over 1,000 years.
The reaction was swift and it was global. The Sri Lankan government immediately banned the LTTE. UNESCO came out and expressed deep shock, calling it an act of blind violence against a World Heritage Site. And leaders from all over the world, including Prince Charles, condemned the attack.
But the story doesn't end there. In all that destruction, not at all. In fact, the attack on this powerful symbol sparked something just as powerful. A story of resilience, of restoration, and of unity. And when you look at what happened next, the contrast is just incredible. I mean, on one side, you have this horrible damage, right? The roof was gone, the facade was a mess, a beautiful moonstone at the entrance was shattered into 43 different pieces. But then, look at the response. Public donations poured in, more than covering the costs. And here's the amazing part. The restoration actually helped bring back a near-extinct craft of traditional stone carving. And as they were clearing away the rubble, they found paintings nobody even knew existed. So the temple wasn't just rebuilt. You could say it was reborn. And Prince Charles, now King Charles III, he really captured how the whole world felt. At the rescheduled celebrations, he said the Temple of the Tooth is a part of the world's heritage. It is not just Sri Lankan, nor just Buddhist. And that was it, right? The attack wasn't just seen as an attack on Sri Lanka or on Buddhism. It was an attack on world heritage, on something that belongs to all of us. So all of this, it brings us right back to where we started, to that big question. Think about it. From this legendary journey hidden in a princess's hair to becoming the thing that legitimized kings, all the way to surviving a modern terrorist attack, the story of this one tooth really is the story of Sri Lanka. It really makes you stop and think, doesn't it? What gives a physical object the power to define the very soul of a nation?